What's going on, everybody? The Real Sharif M here, aka Mangana Steel, your favorite knife designer, with a question. Do you even pouch or slip, bro? What's going on, everybody? Let me know down in the comments, are you guys pouch guys? Are you slip guys? Or do you not carry anything extra in your EDC rotation? And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, caress, actually, that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment below. So, let's kind of get into it, actually, on today's topic of pouches and slips. I have a variety here that I use, from like this Maxpedition case all the way down to this little Hitch and Timber mini engineer. And let's talk about what I use them for, and I'd love to hear from you guys if you kind of have a similar philosophy. And also, please let me know down in the comments below if you think I'm missing anything. I definitely would appreciate your feedback and your insight into this. I love the comments. I read all of them. I've been a little too busy to reply to everybody, but I love the back and forth in the comments. So let's start here with the Maxpedition. I tend to use these guys in my car. This is actually one of my little backup pouches from my car, and inside it kind of looks like this. And so I have a few key things in here that I really like, and a few that are kind of in case, well, it's mostly in case of emergencies. So I have some glow sticks in here, extra USB cable. I generally have a multi-tool, a flashlight, pen, and a lighter. And then tucked inside here, I have some little extra simple, Band-Aids and like pills and stuff like that, some chapstick, and spare batteries. Right now, I think this guy is going to get a little bit of an overhaul because I've been using this Leatherman free T4, one of these guys. And it's okay, but I always like having something with a wrench. And this guy just kind of has the basics of like screw, bottle opener, file, whatever, scissors. And I mean, the scissors are nice. I always do like a set of kind of stouter scissors. But, to me, having a wrench is a lot more valuable, actually, especially in something automotive. So, anyways, this guy is part of a 2-pack series of actually what I keep in my cars. This is just for, let's say there's an accident, I need to write down some notes about the accident, or if I get kind of like stuck on the side of the road, I have some emergency flasher, like the glow sticks, so I can get some attention. And what complements this is actually like a full true first aid kit for more serious kind of injuries or anything like that. I do keep, like I said, some spare medication and some spare Band-Aids, mainly because this is just a quick and easy thing to get into, and I don't want to deplete the first aid kit from some more like necessary items over like small cuts, Now, that is my car pouch. For my EDC carry, I kind of switch it up a little bit. Now, if I'm going long distance, let's say if I'm taking a trip down to LA, or I'm going to be, several hours away from home, I tend to take this guy. This is my notorious EDC AGP with my requisite little patches right here for the things that I like. And this guy, as you can see, is stacked, absolutely stacked. From the outside to the in, I keep one of these guys. I can't remember who is the maker. I'll probably list it in the description below if I remember. But this thing is pretty awesome. So instead of having a USB cable just by itself, this thing has a whole breakdown of accessories. So it's got a USB-C cable, it's got a micro USB and an iPhone adapter for it, as well as a full-size traditional USB adapter. It has a little SIM card pusher, it has a micro SD card reader, and a little flashlight system like built into it. Plus, if you plug this thing into a power bank, you can either set your phone on it or kick out this little like support, rest your phone on it, and it has wireless charging built in, which is super duper cool. So this is kind of like my on-the-go USB solution, and it's super slim and super convenient. I love these. I have like 3 of these actually. Now, going on into the inside. The first things that I generally keep with me all the time, because I'm a designer and I also make a lot of notes, is I've got the smallest notebook that I could find, which is these Write in the Rain notebooks. And I have a big idea design pen here that just, it's small, it's discreet, and it has a pocket clip. There's nothing particularly special about this other than the fact that it's titanium and it complements the rest of the internal setup, but it's nice. One thing I do like is that it has a wide range of refill compatibility. So if I'm somewhere, my ink runs out, and I just need to go and get some random refill, the chances are it will work in here versus, let's say, like a Fisher Space Pen or anything else. So that's one of the reasons that I really like this pen. Next, Awesome Hanks, just small little handkerchief. This is great because I wear glasses and I always need to keep things clean. Now, here's the rest of the setup. So this is kind of what I take with me when I'm going, out for a period of time. I have my Zippo here, which I have switched over to the butane insert. I have the SOG, I believe it's called the Pocket Pint, I'm pretty sure. Love this thing. I'm actually going to switch over all of my on-the-go multi-tools to this guy because it has a wrench, it has all the other tools, scissors, knife, everything that I like, plus it has an adapter with a magnet for like a Weehaw bit, which is perfect if you're a knife guy. And so I really love that thing. It is cheap at 40 bucks and endlessly useful. These 2 guys here are for pills. So I generally bring some pills for allergies, headaches, and for upset stomachs, because you never know when you're going to be somewhere, you're going to eat something spicy or something that just doesn't sit well, and you need something for an upset stomach. Over here, I have the new Big Idea Design Bit Bar, which this guy was a bit larger than I expected, but I absolutely love because now I've got 8 bits that I can take with me anywhere for repairing and working on my knives or anything else. And it has these 2 magnetic bit slots, which is just super convenient. I think this thing is pretty ingenious. I waited for months for this thing to come back in stock, and I'm very happy with it. I've used it already a bunch of times, and it is very, very, very nice to use. And then for the flashlight, I've got the Raylight LAN in titanium, and love this thing. Very nice flashlight, definitely is very useful. I'm eventually going to do some tritium upgrades to it because it does have all of these tritium slots here, all around the back here. I'm not going to do all of these. I think that it's crazy. You're going to spend more than the flashlight in just tritium. But I'm definitely going to do some nice little tritium details on this guy when I get the time and I get the spare funds. But very nice flashlight. Why I chose this one over anything else is because it uses AA batteries and you can find them anywhere. Very important in having like a versatile little EDC pouch. Oh, and I forgot to mention that about this guy. Same philosophy. I have an Olight, you know, i3T EOS or EOS, however you say it. Same exact, you know, philosophy. Using regular batteries, non-proprietary stuff, so that if, you know, worst case scenario, you can't recharge it, you're not stuck without light. That's always like a very important thing to me when I choose my setups here. So going from this, I have more of a transitionary pouch. This kind of guy, it all depends. Like this is more of my going around town pouch, essentially. Like if I'm not going to be like super far away, if I don't need to kind of do repairs or whatever, I'll take out, pardon me, I'll take out my whatchamacallit, like one of my pill cases, and I will take maybe the Zippo. The Zippo's not something I actually need all the time, but I'll usually grab for the wrench, throw that in here. Already in here is a little tool titanium flashlight that runs on AAAs, which I love. Again, using regular flashlight or regular standard batteries for a flashlight is super important to me. Absolutely love this little guy. And in here, I've just got a loose Fisher Space Pen, and that complements the little setup in here. So I'll grab things from the bigger pack that I just showed you, toss it in here, and, you know, kind of adapt on the go. There's nothing else that really stays permanently inside of here other than those two guys. And of course, another one of these little USB recharging kind of setups. I told you, I have several of these. I love them. You can never be without having a USB. You know how many times I've been out and people are just been like, oh man, I need a USB cable. Oh, you know, you have Android, I have iPhone, blah, 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 blah. That thing solves everything. Solves it all. It's beautiful. And if you're curious about who made this pouch, this is a Data Crew little pouch from Data Crew LA. I've been trying to get one of their bigger pouches, but I can never seem to hit the drops right at the right time, and they're kind of sporadic and kind of weird. But I do have these, and by the way, if you are kind of new to the channel, we hit 1,000 subscribers a little while ago. This will be, I have another one that I will be giving away as part of my 1,000 subscriber celebration. So check it out. Look forward to that. One of the alternatives that I have to that is this little hitch and timber. And I don't like this one as much. I mean, the construction is wonderful. It's this like nice canvasy material. But everything kind of like bangs around in here. And so I really only have like a few things in here that are mainly like kind of camera focused. And it's really not much at all. It's just this little camera base plate from Peak Design, a little, you know, wrench to go with that. And I just tossed in this little James brand little knife that I've had since the beginning of my collecting, because it actually, if I'm not using this base, this guy, most of them have like a straight kind of screw this works really good for unscrewing, you know, the base on a camera. Yeah, that's the problem that I have with this. You throw a bunch of stuff in here and it kind of all like smacks and rattles around against one another and it kind of gets like scratched up. That tends to happen less with this guy. I don't know why, but it just does. So, but I have it. It's very nice. And if I ever get more kind of camera stuff, I'll just toss it in here and this will be my dedicated camera pouch. Last but not least, this is really one of my true EDC companions and has been from the beginning. If I need to carry several things more than just my knife and my wallet, I will opt for these Hitch and Timber Mini Engineers. And in point of fact, I have 3 of these. And each one is kitted out exactly the same. Maybe a slightly different flashlight, but everything else is exactly the same. So, the beauty of these, really nice leather, beautiful construction. I love Hitch and Timber stuff, always have been a big fan. And on the side here, I always keep a Fisher Space Pen. The reason why I like Fisher Space Pens over every other pen is because you get a full-length pen when you put the cap on the back side. It just makes writing with these things so much more comfortable than any other sort of like EDC pen without taking up a lot of space in the closed position. You know, so you don't get this thing, like, look at this. Here, I can give you a perfect example. Right, here's one of my pencils that I use when I'm sketching and designing knives, right? You have to use this whole length, and if I were to use something like this, look how much that sticks out above. That I don't know, that just annoys me, right? In comparison, if I go tip to tip, there is the Fisher Space Pen. Now, when I open it, and I actually use it, it's almost exactly the same height. So for me, as somebody who uses writing implements a lot, I really like that versatility in a Fisher Space Pen. And it's what makes me kind of come back to them over and over again, as well as the pressurized cartridges, just ensures that I always can write and I'm not ending up with kind of like a dry pen experience ever. Next, I have the little Preon flashlight. Again, runs on AAA batteries. I'm pretty sure, right? I haven't changed the battery out in this guy, but judging from the size, yep, it's a AAA. And again, absolutely lovely flashlight, phenomenal capabilities, nice, sufficient brightness for everyday use. And that is combined with a Swiss Army knife compact, specifically the compact. And the reason why I like the compact is because, you know, I get a backup blade, I get scissors, I get a bottle opener, and a screwdriver, right? There's the scissors that I mentioned. What really pushes this over the top for me for everyday use are the little accessories. So you get a set of tweezers here. You get a backup little micro pen, which I don't tend to use, but it's nice to know that if my, you know, other pen ran out, I always have something extra. You know, 1 is none, 2 is 1. And I have a little toothpick, which, believe it or not, I use these things. I clean them out fairly frequently. And as an eyeglass user, I have this little guy, which is a backup micro screwdriver, which will allow me to adjust the screws on my glasses. So with this guy, not only do I get the versatility of having just a Swiss Army knife, but all of these additional accessories actually make this more useful to me than anything else, just for casual everyday use. So Let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys use? Do you have setups like these? Am I crazy? Am I like greatly over prepared for any situation? Personally, I don't think so, because it's so funny how many times I've been out and about and I'm the person that people ask me, "Oh, Sharif, do you have a spare pen? Oh, Sharif, do you have anything for a stomach ache? Sharif, do you have this? Do you have that?" Because I'm the guy who has them. So let me know down in the comments below. Do you pouch? Do you have a slip? What do you get into? What is part of your extended EDC, carry? And hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Peace.